Welcome back everybody. We are in a heat wave at the moment. We've got 40 degrees predicted for today, 42 predicted for tomorrow, and then 43 predicted for the day after. So it is going to be stinking hot. We're gonna wait for the noise. We're gonna play it by ear with how the weather plays out for if we're gonna stop spreading or not. If it's just hot, then it's okay. But if there's wind, that's, you're going to create the risk of, if we do start a fire, then you're going to obviously, the fire's going to just not stop. So what I'm currently doing is going to hook Bill up onto my ute there, taking it up to where Henry's working, and then I'm going to come back and I'm going to check over the fire truck and then just get it out there, just so it's out there and we're all ready to roll just in case the worst happens. So Henry's already been busy at work this morning. He got up early to get spreading, try and beat the heat in case we have to stop today. And what I want to show you is the cage. So on the cage you'll be able to see there is a bit of stubble hanging off it, and that's just from the stuff that I slashed. So if you have a look up there, you can see all the stubble hanging on the cage. Now, if we had left the stubble standing, there'd be a lot more up there, and it'd be a massive pain for Henry because it always blocks if you have the big stubble. And what it means is that you have to get up there and pull it all out, otherwise you're, obviously your paddock won't fall through. Well, Henry was out here at 4:45 working, so he's been smashing the hectares, and I've had a look at the wind. We should be okay for wind today, but we will obviously just check on that as the day goes. We don't want to be silly. We'd much rather just do some office work or have the day off instead of starting fires and things like that. Not that we have, but anyway. So he's got about 35 hectares to go, so about 35 tonne. It's still about 3 to 4 hours of work. So get this up to where he's working now, and then that's a strong magnet. Then we will get move all his gear across, and so hopefully this starts. It should start. There's no reason why it shouldn't. So. That's good, she started. So next thing I'm going to do is just make sure the pump and all that starts, but first I'm going to go up to the workshop. I'm about 1000% sure the seal's missing off the top, and it went during harvest, and that's why we're having the priming issue. So I'm assuming that as soon as I put a new seal on, it should be good and have no issues with priming that pump anymore. So if you guys have been watching the channel for long enough, you'll know that we have to prime this pump up when we go to use it after it's been sitting for a while. So we've got our water sitting there, also the way that the pump is, draws from the bottom of the tank. It's not the best design. Anyway, oh no, there is a seal on here. Well, I was 1000% sure and now it's not. I think actually what happened was after the Boxing Day fires, we had to repair a few things. So we had a flashing light go out. The light bar never works, so that was handy for me driving at night. Let me tell you, the lights on this thing suck. And then we've got the fill pump. That was all blocked, so we did that. And I'm pretty sure I asked Henry to put a seal on this as well. But let's have a look. Look in. Yeah. I don't know. I still got to fill it up with water, but I'll fill it up with water and get it started. And we'll get it all working. Alright, that's working. Obviously with this new truck, I'll update you guys on that when we get driving, but with the new truck there's obviously improvements to do. Want to have the pump so it's down below water level, so it's always primed, it's always ready to go, not like this thing. It's it's a silly design. The pump should be down below here where the fill pump is, because that way the water would fill the pump. It's always primed, ready to roll. This is 2 tanks, so when one tank goes dry you have to switch to the other tank. Yes, we can cut holes, but we can't get in there. But then there's things I like. Well, I do want to get away from this system of the hoses as it falls everywhere. I don't like having hoses. We had that was another thing. Henry had to replace this, just cut it and shorten it, because we got a split in the hose. So yeah, we want to do that. I will show you one thing that I absolutely love about this truck, and fortunately we've never had to use it. But this is crew protection, and I'll reverse up from the shed and I'll fire it up and I'll show you exactly what it does. But there's one on each side, and it's controlled from the cab. As long as that pump's running and you've got water in there, then you can use these sprinklers, and it hoses everything down. So I'll show you. That's the crew protection, and I absolutely love that about this truck. Again, we've been fortunate enough that we haven't had to use it, but it's there. Now, it's only there because this is an South Australian forestry firefighter truck, so obviously they had the right protection when they were using it. And now you don't see it on any farm units that people make, which is disappointing, but I encourage everyone to go and make it. It is 1000% worth it. You know, you look after the people on the back. We're going to be doing it with our new truck, and what I love about it is it's just air operated from the cab here. So I want to do something very similar with the new truck. I'm not sure how, but we'll learn how to install some air valves and air lines and something, and make that work, because it is something I definitely want to have on that new truck. Now, on the new truck, well, it's all paid for, so that's positive, and it's getting on a truck tomorrow and coming here. So actually, by the time you guys watch this video, it should be on farm. So here's hoping. So yeah, not sure what day it'll arrive here, but yeah, sometime next week it'll get here. I'm hoping maybe around that Monday, Tuesday, and the reason for that is Wednesday I have got it booked in to do the licensing, because I want to license the truck. So I'll keep you guys updated on that. Alrighty, time to remove this rock pile. so we'll just let him go past, and then I'll be pulling onto this tram over here, so then we're out of the way because he'll be coming back down this one. That pile done. So as you saw, we just get out and pick up the big ones and then try and backlight it so it's a bit smoother. Probably need to come out with Manny and just attack that one a little bit, get a few of those rocks that are still there out. It's pretty bloody good. So now I'll just transport out here to the next rock pile, and then I'll probably 600 or 700 metres. Then I'll have to walk back down to my my truck, bring that up, and then the next ones I believe are way over there that I need to use. Bill, Rog.
You picking up this rock pile as well?
Yeah, Rogie.
Do you want me to stop here and give you a ride back to the truck?
Actually, yeah, that'd be fantastic. There you go, I've got a ride now, I don't need to walk. It is about 30 something degrees already, so yeah, fantastic. Well, that saved me a ride. Well, sorry, that saved me a walk. It was very nice. So I'm going to go and move this rock pile that's up there, and after that I will probably go back to the shed, grab Bill, and then probably work on carting Henry's ute up to the next spot, then the fire truck, and then by then Henry should be about empty up there, and I can probably move Manny, and yeah, we'll just get everything over to the next paddock. So this is just a very small pile again. Hopefully I can fit it in this one truckload, but I think I might be a bit too hopeful trying to fit that in one load, but I'll see how I get on. I was wrong and right. I did fit it all in, and I actually have probably a bucket to spare in there too. Well, maybe a bucket and a half. So we'll go dump this, and then yeah, we'll start shifting Henry's gear across. So this is the next spot. There should be about 360 odd tonne there. So there's enough for this paddock, which is, well, it's split into two, but this paddock's 260 hectares, and then there's another 100 tonne there to get this side of the next paddock. This one I've split into three loads, so there's 100 tonne for here. I believe there's 100 tonne over the other side to join it, and then there's 100 and something tonne down at the end there to yeah, finish that paddock off. But yeah, Henry's got still got a small pile just left up there, so I'll go and shift some utes, and then it'll be Manny. Henry's on his way back in now, and then I'll just load him with that, and then move the telehandler to the next lot. So just in the cocoon of shades, but it definitely makes it a lot more bearable in here than what it was. It's currently 35 degrees outside, and it would be just absolutely a nightmare in here at the moment, but it's not too bad. I mean, it's pretty warm, but it's not too bad now that we've got these shades up. Is Henry all loaded and all done for up here, so we will move up to the next pile, and then later on we might use the rock bucket on this just to come on and get the rocks that didn't break up, just to clear it up here. But yeah, that's 400 it'll nearly be 500 hectares he's done now, including the driveway paddock, so he's smashing through the hectares. I'm back from lunch, and I have got Bill to pick up, which is just there, and it's currently 38 degrees. So what I'm going to be doing is taking Bill back to the shed, and then I'm going to go and scout out the rest of the rock piles. There's, I think, 2 more in this paddock that I've been doing, and then there's a few more in the other paddocks I want to go and check and do. But yeah, then I will probably go home and do something in the office, because yeah, just driving a truck around in the paddock is a recipe for disaster, especially with this heat. And also with the loader, you know, loader will spark a fire on rocks, but you know, the chance of that happening is pretty nil. But I don't want to have any chance of that. So yeah, we'll go and have a look at some rock piles, and yeah, Henry will keep spreading because I'm pretty okay with that. The wind, there's like no wind, so Henry spreading I'm fine with, but paddock work with a truck and the loader with rocks, I'm just not that happy to do. I'm heading out to one that's out here. I got one that's just there that I'll definitely remove, and the way that we've been going, I'll be definitely removing this one up here as well. I think the only reason we left it is, again, it's sort of in a waterway, so it slows down the water. But yeah, we've already removed quite a few rock piles from around here. You can see those piles there from rock piles that we've removed that were close by. And yeah, then there's definitely no big rocks or anything under this. So again, just look at how many weeds are around this, and this is why I want to get rid of it. And then you can see just there, someone drove over it with the air seeder. So yeah, I'll remove these 2 tomorrow, and that'll be this paddock all done of rock piles. It will only have 1 rock pile in it now, and it's that big nasty one that Henry was dropping rocks off at before. So I reckon I'm going to leave the video there, guys. I'm just going to be driving around and looking at a few more rock piles, and then getting out of a paddock and going back to the office. So yeah, there's going to be nothing more interesting to happen. Henry's busy spreading. So yeah, thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe and share, and as always, I'll catch you in the next one.